My name is Rhapsody and welcome back to Monster Train 2. That's banished again, hell yeah, but this time, it's not Talos, it's Spell. Ooh, Pyre of Dominion, yes! I like having a lot of control over the base deck, remove starting train stewards and starting cards, immediately draw 4 packs, double each card picked. We've also got 2 copies of Windblade in the base deck, which is really nice, because Spell has a lot of shift-related stuff. And also I was about to say the default cards that start in the deck are really good for Fel's shifting. Obviously not going to be the case here. 2 Phase Blessings, restore 5 health, healing of max health, applies armor instead, so we can use that to try and maybe support the health of an Avenger. 2 Ember, 2 Size, Revenge, apply melee weakness 1 to the attacker. Flesh Master is going to be on this run as well, hell yeah. Ooh, baby, I like these a lot. Liquid Courage. Everlasting Light. I do really like Everlasting Light. I like the idea of being able to put that on Fel, who by default already has multi-strike. However, there's also Liquid Courage. Apply Damage Shield 1 and Valor 4 to a unit. Putting that twice on Avenger is basically just full defense. I also do already have weapons in the Windblade. Everlasting Light's such a good weapon, though. So we've got a Luna Coven, Merchant of Steel banished. What are the odds I end up going to the first Merchant of Arms? Because without the base cards in the deck, that is, without the... I don't even remember the name of the card, but it's 1 Ember, it comes with Fel, you advance a unit and you give it 2 Valor for 1 Ember, right? Without that, we're really going to struggle to go super deep, at least early, on shift strategies. So if I struggle to do that, why not instead pick up the Luna Coven? See what I can do with the Luna Coven instead. Gosh, this is much harder than it should be. I do think starting with Liquid Courage in a relatively thin deck, it gives us a lot of power. But also, Everlasting Light is incredible scaling. And it's so consistent. I've got to take it. Aurora Weaver, 1 Ember 1 Size on Moon Cycle. Triggers once every turn by default because we have no other way to trigger it yet. Gain Conduit 1. Not bad. I'm going to take the utility of Cosmic Bolt, though, because I could either have Conduit and it only supports Phase Blessing, or I could have Cosmic Bolts, and then later when I get Conduit, it might be worth something. 2 Battle Dancers or 2 Steadfast Crusaders. I'll take the Steadfast Crusaders. Yeah, I was wondering if I would see Selena Acolyte. Selena Acolyte is obviously a very, very good combo with the Everlasting Light. In the world that it is doing sweep, it gets to strike all enemies. So I'll definitely take that. First unit you summon each turn gets Conduit 4. Not bad. Not bad. Good way to get some additional Conduit. That Conduit can also translate into additional Mage Blade damage for a Selena Acolyte. Although Jack Strips... it carves flesh. That's pretty cool. But it's not at its best in this run. Like, I could encounter spell shards on ring 7, but like Seraph Eternus, it's not really going to help me too much without some additional help as well against Pyre Wings. Give me Stardust Tree. Rage Wings, sorry. Oh, great, I don't even have to worry about the fact that the upgrade lines don't support what we want to do. Fel with the ability of Savior. Advances you to the front of the floor, gain Valor 5, and then gain armor equal to 1 times your Valor. Certainly not bad, because you can be in the back line gaining a bunch of Valor and then just hit that ability, go to the front line, shield up ridiculously. With Avenger and Selena Acolyte, I'm probably going to want to put both of those on the same line, so Fel's not going to join that same line until at least after Flesh Weaver. Vanguardian on Revenge. Apply Valor to friendly units. I mean, I don't dislike that, but without an ability to get, Valor on the unit to start with, I can't really use you as my defensive unit. Let's take Savior. Start a battle and units reach floor. Sure. The moon phase does cycle between this and the first turn, right? I'm gonna have to confirm that. Yeah, it does. Good. I mean, Avenger bottom line seems good. And then I'll also give you Phase Blessing. Yeah. That looks good. We're good on all floors at the moment. Let's go Selena Acolyte and a Everlasting Light here on the bottom line. Drop another Everlasting Light out there just to make this a little easier for us. That's enough to get us through the fight. All I had to do was heal the Avenger. Neat. I'll tell you, a deployment phase is very costly. Scared about the just overwhelming cost of that at the moment. Upbeat Warbler, enchant quick. I mean, I gotta say, getting quick in a world where I might not otherwise be able to get it with the Selena Acolyte super easily. Yeah. Bloody Moon is some nice directed damage alongside Cosmic Bolt to help me take out targets at the right time. I'm thinking Merchant of Magic into Merchant of Steel, hitting a Lunar Coven both times. Double stack? Sadly, we don't have anything that's relevant to. Emberstone, pretty much always happy to put that on Phase Blessing. Hell, I'd even be happy to just straight up give that +10. I'm not comfortable rerolling here, actually. Oh, Ethereal Sealy. Hell yeah. 1 Ember 1 size Conduit 5. Apply +1 stack of Conduit each time it's applied. On the floor that the Sealy is on, mind. It is a banner unit, and it's a 1 size banner unit. I don't need this at all, but I think I can definitely do something with that in the future. I really need some control over shifting as well. There you go, you can have that. Steadfast Crusader just straight up slams them. I mean, I want to put the Ethereal Sealy on the bottom line, but obviously I want to take out the Collector on top as well. Also, the Sealy doesn't get much stronger right now. It's just Conduit 5 for Selena Acolyte. And there's the Upbeat Warbler of Quickness. And enough damage to take him down on the bottom line, despite my Selena Acolyte only getting 2 strikes in. That'll largely be courtesy of the amount of valor that I gave other targets on that floor. That's why scaling's so good. Selfless Sacrifice is... It's pretty nice to have... Oh, I was about to say, it's pretty nice to have something in the deck that wants double stack, but so does Divinity. Third Phase Blessing? Too much? When it's the primary support mechanism for the health of my units, no. Endless, Large Stone, Strength Stone, Heart Stone. Interesting. No. No, this is an easy skip. We have so many units. The annoying thing here is Large Stone Avenger is good. There's a lot of additional health, and Avenger's really going to be happy to have it, but until I Small Stone that, I'm not getting the Upbeat Warbler back on the same floor easily. Strength Stone for straight up plus 14. Honestly, not awful for a Selena Acolyte. I give the additional 20 health there to the Upbeat Warbler to make it much easier to survive against certain AoE effects that the enemies might have. I'm gonna reroll. Yeah, this is a bit terrifying as well though, because now I've got Smidge Stone and Quick both on offer. Obviously I have to take Quick, but I don't get the Smidge Stone. Ethereal Sealy starting with 10 Conduit, not bad. Realistically, the only thing that matters is for you theoretically is even dualism, so I might as well give you that. Throwing Valor 8 on a target, theoretically I could put that on an Avenger, but realistically, might as well just put it on a Steadfast Crusader, or probably be happy to have it. Savage upgrades, interesting. Unfortunately, no one's fully upgraded at this point, so it doesn't get ridiculous. Titan Skin 5 for an Avenger's not bad. Obviously, Rage, permanently gain Rage on Revenge is pretty good for a unit who then responds after that combat. Actually, I think for exactly that reason I have to take it. God. No Endless. Whoop. Oh, sorry, no Endless, no Small Stone. Oh, and the Savage Shackles in the opening hand. Gosh, I'm gonna need, like, deployment energy. Oh, disgusting. Disgusting. I don't even get to play the freaking Selena yet. Oh, boy. Let's get the Upbeat Warbler up here. There we go. We're going to be carving a lot of mass off on that floor. That'll be useful. We're going to be coming down to the Rage floor. Thank you, Selena Acolyte, for turning up perfectly on time as well. Actually, before I do this, I should probably use my Bloody Moon. Gotta drop the Savage Shackles, then strike with you. Fell? No, you will lose. It's probably better to keep Fell than the Steadfast Crusader in that world. Heck. We definitely needed some scaling to start coming out from Selena Acolyte here. Oh, there's so many curses in this deck. Even that's not enough to keep you alive? I guess, yeah, you are being attacked for literally 25 in that instance. But wait, no, everyone's attacking at quick speed. Oh. I think what's happening here is one of the masses that come... How have you still got so much mass? Excuse me? Oh god, I'm probably gonna lose now. He's not supposed to still have 8 stacks on him by this point. God, this Savage Shackle actually really ruined me, I think. Oh, it's got so much damage. I love how much additional shield I was capable of giving it this turn, but that's gonna fall apart. All right, I'm gonna try one more time. See if there's any additional setup that would be able to do that differently. I Perhaps I can't play the Avenger initially. Upbeat Warbler's not needed for quick on the bottom line, but useful on this line. Especially because I need a chump blocker. Actually, I don't even need to use it as a chump. I can defend with it, and then go Phase Blessing and Shield. Wingblade for shifts, Valor, etc. Actually, I can do that as well. Hang on. Okay, you gain the Windblade. Upbeat Warbler goes in front of you. Then you shift ahead. Then we'll give you the additional armor. That keeps your line alive, but also it helps us start carving off mass. Because you attack at quick speed, you hit the Flesh Weaver, create a mass, kill the mass, and then Upbeat Warbler hits Flesh Weaver, creating a new mass. And then you can kill it next turn at quick speed. Steadfast Crusader charging on the bottom line, then gets just the Flagellant to be a target on the next turn. So we can Bloody Moon and take out one of you. I really feel like I should be Cosmic Bolting the next law, because the 2 damage doesn't feel like it's really going to make a difference here on the bottom line. I do desperately need Everlasting Light to hit the bottom line. I think I just throw away the Steadfast Crusader as a chump here. So I'll throw you in the back of this line and then push you to the front, causing you to do Giant Shift. The Steadfast Crusader on the bottom line is doing almost no damage with an attack at the moment, so... I'm not going to prioritize that at all. Great. Ethereal Sealy, I get to summon to this floor. It's got that 15 conduit, giving us much greater impact from this phase blessing. I'm going to really keep units alive. And then this Everlasting Light and a Shift Forward just to try and help protect another floor. We've still not carved a huge amount of mass off, unfortunately. Yeah, like this is where our opportunity lies to carve. I do think Cosmic Bolt, just to get another one off, is a good idea. Bloody Moon. Now, you deal damage equal to armor as well, so we'll phase Blessing you before you charge. Enemy has 605. Yeah, we'll be able to take him out next turn. Okay. Yeah. So, it's definitely the energy lock, and especially having a curse that I have to play over again, adding additionally to that energy lock. Unfortunately, that also meant this entire time I didn't get to play the Avenger at all, so it is not scaled even an itty-bitty little bit. Alas. Heavenswood. Ascend friendly units, then advance the highest health friendly unit on the new floor. It's a lot of movement, but... no. It's not good, I don't think. Silver Ink allowing us to add Attune to spells. If I can add Attune to any of these phase blessings, they become ridiculous. Stardust Invocation. Consume phase. Create an ephemeral copy of a spell in your hand. Ephemeral copies of phase blessing. I mean, realistically, it's just what can I do to get another phase blessing at this point. Silver Ink is a little bit more cost prohibitive, and Stardust Invocation will do a lot more in the future. Hello, Death's... damn. Thank you for turning up. Unfortunately, you have turned up in the run that I am probably least likely to really get to use you. 1 Ember 2 size. Death's Dancer gives shift. Apply 4 damage to friendly units. I'm gonna take it. I also definitely need to take the additional energy as much as I want to do anything else right now. Not enough money to really successfully use Merchant of Trinkets. Intrinsic -1, you say? Honestly, intrinsic -1 on Divinity and then a -2 consume would be pretty comfortable. Also going to reduce the cost of Stardust Invocation, plus send magic power just to one of the phase blessings again. Holy Stone. Honestly, a Holy Stone is pretty useful. Just having heal 2 to your buyer every time you use the Bloody Moon's not bad. Savior 2. As for our Empyrean Duke, we got some options. Oh. I'm gonna go the phase blessing again, the reduced cost plus sized, but another negative cost if I just went straight up negative from intrinsic and then also a normal cost reduction. I could have had a 1 cost divinity that's intrinsic added to the opening hand. That would have been a really good dupe target. Just put divinity on both floors so that my frontliner is a little bit more defended, but it's okay. We'll be okay. We'll be okay. Oh, the non-boss enemies having multi-strike is really good here. Thank you, Avenger. You will be able to take advantage of that. Selena Acolyte. I don't really have the ability to force Selena Acolyte to be in the right phase, unfortunately. A bit of an annoyance. Then this floor is Steadfast with Bell. Let's get some speed on that floor. Then Divinity and Phase Blessing for the bottom line. Windblade. I mean, Windblade might be just good enough on Death's Dancer. It's not, I don't think, but it maybe. There you go. Thankfully, you've got melee weakness on that top line. Because I am going to struggle to deal damage to you otherwise. Hell yeah. Oh, actually, I don't use the charge. I use that next turn. I may actually need the damage that it could provide. I mean, the additional survivability is also really important here. Thank you all very kindly for striking my guy. Wait, I put an everlasting light on this floor before I put one on... Oh, hell yeah. Stardust Invocation for another of the world's best Fey Blessing. Then Ethereal Sealy on top line, just fill out the floor. Ah. With you striking to sap our units, you're probably going to have a lot of melee weakness by the time you come up, so I'm going to avoid damage because I'm pretty sure I can just clear you when you do. Oh, no. One melee weakness. It's not bad. Still A-okay, though. Get him! Hunk Shredder. Sweep and trample together. I mean, I want it really badly. Planetarium grants Friendly Conduits Unit 5. Moonbeam. 20 damage to the front enemy X times. Honestly, yeah. Give me that. Merchant of Arms, Empyrean Well. Annoyingly, as much as I desperately do want Everlasting Light in my opening hand, with as little control as I have over the moon phase, it's only every other turn that it's actually active. Merchant of Magic. I do have to admit, there's a lot of things I can do with a Merchant of Magic. There's a lot of cards in this deck that have very, very obvious upgrades that I would like to hold. Holdover and cost reduction for a single phase blessing, I think, is now almost all of the health support we could ever need. A Holy Stone on Moonbeam, just some additional help along. Plus 10. I'm going to extend the range of that Bloody Moon. Look, I'm not going to say that was the best. It was fine. Selena units get plus 20 damage during full moon. So that's when I have sweep, rather, I would also have 20 additional damage. Pretty big. As for removing 2 cards from the deck, the second Selena Acolyte is going to be really difficult to ever really justify playing. And the same is kind of true for the second Steadfast Crusader, because I'm not actually going to be running 3 floors. But I can kind of use Steadfast Crusader as a spell. I'm really struggling to find a second target who gives a heck about having a Windblade, though. Yeah, capacity needs to be the next thing I go for, but the development of our board is so slow. Okay, there's the Everlasting Light. Happy to see. Throw in a Phase Blessing and a Divinity just to keep us comfy. Or do I Depth Dance the Steadfast Crusader top line? Because probably gonna need another damage unit. Alright, I'll do that. Enchant quick on this line. Moonbeam Cosmic Bolt is not enough to take down the Adamant Shield Bearer. I obviously don't want to cast down there too many times because I'd just be sapping the hell out of my units. I'll at least get that unit down, then focus on health for this floor. I think I might need Punk Shredder top line, literally just for the next cycle. That'll do it. Again, they're doing the really annoying thing on the bottom line. I have a lot of spells I really want to cast there. You can dupe this. I'll still cast 2 of them down here, including 1 for the back line, and then I'll go back to focusing mid. Time for Windblade. I guess I don't really need to do anything else, so I can get a Fel's Champion Blade out there, which, as it turns out, is also enough to keep us alive. Keep us alive, I mean kill all the enemies on the floor. Drop a big old Moonbeam on him. Grabbing 4 health for having done so. Fire of Dominion is one of the hires with the lowest amount of fire health as well, I'm pretty sure. So having consistent support for it is going to be really useful here. Wings Radiance, advance, and apply 1x melee weakness. Advancing an enemy and then applying that melee weakness to them It can be good in situations of trample, which I have. Cover of Night. Face a new moon. Apply 5 damage and stealth 1 to friendly units. Completely fine. Unfortunately, it phases to the new moon, so it's a little worse than we want it to be. However, Moonrise. Gain 1. Face to full moon. That's where I want to be for all of my Selena units. Way too late to start working on a cycle staff, and I definitely don't have the tools in the deck to do so. As much as I desperately do want to visit a Merchant of Trinkets here as well, I am very wary of the fact that I've got 1 more Merchant of Steel until the end of the game, and I've got... Well, actually, I'm not fishing for that much stuff. I'm looking for a multi-strike ideally, and then everything else is gravy, baby. How am I gonna get through? How am I gonna get through 2 500 health units if I have inconsistent sweep on the bottom line? I guess I probably have to use the Phase Blessings consistently to give additional health to the Selena Acolyte on the bottom line. Ugh. I don't know how I'm dealing with that, and I also don't know if that Merchant of Steel... Like, it helps me scale a lot better. Which I guess could end up being enough. Show me this Merchant of Trinkets, I think. First time each turn it becomes full moon, gain 1, cool. Volus Tuning Forks, starting cards, don't have those. Versatile Ember Staff, when you play 3 different kinds of cards in turn, draw 1, gain 1. That'll do too. Let's have a look at the Celestial Alcove. Aha! You encounter a beacon, emitting a terrific blinding light. The light offers no warmth, only a radiance that erases all features and distinctions. You know this light all too well. The light that gives Seraph his power, that he wields to scour angels into obedience. Seeing its radiance once filled you with awe, but no longer. Perhaps it's time you took what Seraph used to break you and wield it as your own. Will you use the beacon? Purified Essence. Erase card text and upgrade slots from a unit. Apply Purified Essence. Would any of our units be a lot better without card text? I don't think so. And then there's Beacon's Light, which I could also guild, I guess. Apply Days 1 to enemy units on all floors. Yes, please. Oh, there was another text there. Oops. Should have read that. Let's head into kill. Oh god. Everlasting Light on the first turn? Huge. I don't need to even cast that Bloody Moon, so I'll not. Oh, drawing a card even. Maybe. Let's throw Divinity on this floor, because this Avenger is going to get a lot of valor very, very quickly, so. I'll use both abilities as well. Fell gains some additional Valor. 15 Valor, actually, if you're using the Savior 3 there. And then Steadfast Crusader obviously just gets to do a little damage. Little bit of damage. Ethereal Ceiling. A Death's Dancer, and then eventually another Steadfast Crusader who charges past both of them in order to trigger some shit. Stardust Invocation hits. I don't need a second holdover Phase Blessing. It would occupy way too much of my hand to have to consistently use those. In fact, I'm thinking about not playing this first one just to increase the cycle through my deck. Moonrise! Steadfast Crusader goes to the back of the line, charges to the front. Knew that was going to happen. There's a Everlasting Light as well. Drop a Vengeful Shard. Cosmic Bolt doesn't really get us there on the Chosen Bastion. Steadfast Crusader charge Cosmic Bolt. That'll do it. Oh, this'll do. Wings Radiance to move the Chosen Bastion forward. Selene Acolyte immediately kills it. The Scarred Sentinel attacks. Avenger kills it in response. There's just a Vampiric Cherub and a Ricious Axe Thrower coming up to the next floor, which is fine, because we can just Steadfast Crusader charge. Yeah. That works great. And you know what? Even better, it still gives 2 targets next floor for Fel to attack, so I get to get the best value out of Everlasting Light. Not missing any HP. Woodblade goes there. Hello, welcome. You have made it to the top floor. I'm afraid there is no kill waiting for you here, though. Yeah, just some melee weakness is enough to get that bottom line. Enough base blessing, and then a beacon of light. Let it roll. Yeah, I see how this can kill up to about now. As soon as I get a 400 health unit, I have no clue what's going to happen. Tome Lost Path is incredible here, though. I'd argue title turning also is, though. Restore 10 health to friendly units, healing over max health applies armor instead. In the world where I don't already have phase blessings, as much as I do in the deck, that'll be a lot better. Blood-Soaked Arena also pretty good on that bottom line, admittedly, in order to get some additional scaling. However, Time of the Lost Path gives us the ability to fly around a Death Dancer, which is just shift for additional damage whenever it moves. Pretty cool. But in particular, it's also the ability to get a Punk Shredder down onto the bottom line and have Trample active. Speaking of capacity. There's a dupe available. At this point, I'm honestly leaning towards duping another Moonrise just to have it. A little more control over shifting. I mean, I was about to say, if I could like give it consume removal and then also give it holdover, I would 100% use Moonrise every turn. -1 cost intrinsic. Time of the Flight Paths feels like a target for that, especially if I can also get Frostbite on this later. But this would also just give me the ability to, you know, like fly. Well, not fly Fel down, because Fel doesn't want to fly down. Who does want to fly down? I suppose we would construct our bottom line with Selena. Steadfast Crusader. Fell, and then we could fly the Avenger down so that Fell... Does that matter? Does it matter that Fell's on the same floor as them? I think we'll be able to do something with this. I don't know necessarily right now what that is. -2 cost can consume. I think that now just goes on Divinity so that I have an easier time playing that in the opening hand. Plus 10, whatever. Reroll. There's holdover. -1 permafrost. It's just, it's a lot. It's a lot to put on a Tome of the Lost Path. Holdover. That's what I'm gonna do. Yeah, I'm gonna reduce the cost of Beacon's Light twice. And then I'm also gonna be duping that Beacon's Light. So the reason that we kind of care about overstacking the floor with Fel is because with Savior 3, we gain 15 Valor still, but friendly units gain armor equal to 1 times Fel's Valor. Obviously a lot better. Troubling. Non-boss enemies restore 150 health when they move up a floor, but also additionally, there's silence and spell shards to deal with, so I'm going to be significantly worse at dealing with the enemy in a lot of ways. They're also going to be silencing a lot of things that I really care about. Full Moon gives sweep. I don't know if that can be silenced. Quick certainly can't be. So I might still be okay on some turns with the Selena Acolyte at the bottom line. The primary problem becomes, rather, that if any unit makes it past the bottom floor, and they will, they would also have to make it to the top with Heaven's Seal. Can't do anything about that. Unfortunately, I can't accept that. Ugh. Yuck. Yucky. Yucky, yucky, yuck, yuck, yuck. How do I want to handle this? Like, Avenger needs to be played. Ethereal Sealy could help. Score some additional damage on the line, but also it really helps improve the Cosmic Bolt. Okay, so maybe it's Sealy goes down. Then Avenger on... Does it have to be on another line? Yeah, it has to be on another line. Enables me to use Bell's ability turn 1. Was what I was going to say. Deafening Herald. Grant your units silence. There's also Death's Dancer, which I can add here. Oh, sick. Let's give Tome. Then I'm going to drop Death's Dancer on this floor. Perhaps in front. Do I want to use Beacon Light this turn? Probably not. There's going to be much better turns in the future. Valor on you matters. Shift. Okay, thank you. Bloody Moon. Now I can fly the Avenger down. Which... I think I should use Spell first. So that I can still put the Avenger in the front position there. Oh, this is great. Stardust Invocation to get another copy of Moonrise. I'll play the Ephemeral copy. That's all I'll play this turn, just so that I'm back in full moon so Selena can attack. Well, I say that's all I'll play this turn. I'll also give 70 armor to the Avenger. Yeah, now how does this do against 500 health units? As it turns out, apparently really well. Punk Shredder, I would love to get you on that bottom line. I have no way of accomplishing that right now, unfortunately. Wings Radiant. There we go. Cosmic Bolt to take out the silence, and then we can worry about everything else, including this Everlasting Light. And this Everlasting Light. Also, now I will shift Fell forward, and then fly the Avenger back forward. Oh, all these Warblers ready for a target that's not coming. And I've even got the double Bacon Light just hold in hand for absolute emergency. Those emergencies are not coming. Yeah. I take less damage than I gain in health. Bolt takes out silence. And there, yeah, bottom line's already dealt with. Oh, hell yeah. The second Moonrise came back at exactly the right time, so Selena Acolyte can clear this herself. We'll use a Calcified Ember as well, and then I'll use a single Beacon of Light, but I should also play Moonbeam for 1 so I can heal back up to full. Spell goes forward, and then we move the Avenger back there. Hell yeah. Alright. Alright, we've got a line. We have a line. I'm a little bit terrified of what happens versus the Rage Wings. Sure. Give me a second Turn of the Lost Path so I can try and fly one of the other guys down. Second Moonrise as well, so that I can try and keep in the right phase. It's got to be Merchant of Steel at this point. Especially if you're going to give me multi-strike. Quick plus 10, not especially relevant to be afraid. Plus 14, plus 20, plus 20. Honestly, I can just throw that on a Steadfast Crusader, yeah. I didn't even look at the Merchant of Trinkets. Non-batting units have deployable? How would that have been? That would have been pretty good. Get the Punk Shredder out on the first turn. It would have been fine. Double card removal. Having Quick available for the second floor is nice, because sometimes there will be a second floor. I can't get rid of any of the Cosmic Bolts or anything like that. I think I can get rid of the Holdover Phase Blessing. Maybe even the non-health upgraded Phase Blessing, or the non-cost reduced Phase Blessing. Just courtesy of the fact that we have Savior, which we trigger on turn 1. So purge another card from the deck. I have a lot of energy in the middle of the fight, especially on every other turn, as I have like 5 energy on that turn. So it's going to be very easy for me to burn Calcified Embers. So I don't want to burn both of those out. That's why I've been avoiding it, because they're just very free removals during the fight. But I'll take this one. It's fine. Plus 14, sure. Probably for someone who might actually use it, like Death Dancer. Alright, Certus. I'm a little scared about this melee weakness too on incoming, but we'll see how we go. Avenger, you're pretty healthy, right? Yeah, you'll be fine, you'll be fine. Hold. Ethereal Sealy is the first one we play on the bottom line. Because then it amplifies its own conduit by an additional 1. I'm going to be using its ability on turn 1, so I don't need to keep it somewhere in particular. Upbeat Warbler? Honestly, no. I don't want you to warble on turn 1, please. Let's go... That's really unfortunate, because I really want to play something else there instead. Like playing Death Dancer and then flying someone down. Oh, what an incredible time, but nope, I just get to save 1 capacity by flying you down right now. Having you take your melee weakness damage this turn, huge. Hold up. Before you do that, though, you're going to need Fel to move to the front of the floor. And before Fel does that, I'm going to give Fel Divinity, because Fel gives armor based on their own divinity. There we go. Everlasting Light's going to do incredible helpful scaling work here already. Yeah, I may as well play those units. So. You can have 1 melee weakness, buddy. Giving Titan Skin to the entire floor. Interesting. Thankfully, I do have Moonrise, so I can flip this on you. I'm annoyed that Tome of the Lost Path is what I've drawn here, because I do need to use something to help defend this bottom line right now. Because Ethereal, or Selena Acolyte rather, is sweeping through, so taking out the Harvest and the additional units, and then it's just the Terrifying Amalgam and the Chosen Zealot. And as long as they don't kill the Avenger, I'll be okay. So basically I need someone to stand up to 2 hits from a Chosen Zealot. Alternatively, I could fly a Hymnus down here to give quick to the entire floor so that the Avenger immediately kills the Chosen Zealot. Stops us from being able to respond to enemies after they get melee weakness, and then the Avenger hits them in return, which is not the speed I actually want that to be occurring at. So the other alternative is Tome of the Lost Path, and then we like fly the Steadfast Crusader all the way down to the bottom. Which like, we'll use your ability first and then play down. Yeah. Literally 5 health remaining. 26 Valor though, so the Avenger's fine. 5 health. Yeah, how goddamn dare you? Oof. Unfortunately, Punk Shredded now can't be played in the way that because of the reason. I really do want to hit just Beacon's Light on everything right now if I can. I'm already in full moon, so I don't necessarily have to use Moonrise. I do like the idea of just throwing out like double Beacon of Light or something like that. I could also use double Bloody Moon to take out individual targets, but I don't want to steal kills. And then armor to everyone equal to your valor, and then Venture moves back to the front. Oh, that phased us into the wrong phase. Okay, so now I've got to use Moonlight to get back into the correct phase for Selena Acolyte to be able to finish it. Cool. And I'll just hold this other Beacon Slide. I don't have to play it right now. Wait, Death Dancer is the one that I want to keep alive here, if I can. Got a Cosmic Bolt for 110 damage to a target if I use it on a floor that target is comfortable with. Maybe I just do 75 damage to Terrifying Amalgam, try and reduce its incoming to me. Giving it Wings Radiance isn't going to do too much damage, unfortunately. But, like, this guy is going to start ascending as well, so surely I need to start removing him. So I get my Quick Strike first, Selena Acolyte, and then you respond, Avenger responds to you, takes you out, you responded as well, I respond to that, you responded as well, I respond to that. So hitting this Ravenous Zealot isn't going to change any numbers on the board. Just throw some damage at the Amalgam then. Thank heck the unit doesn't keep the rage when it leaves the floor. Hell yeah, we're already on full moon. I think it is time for the double beacon of light here. I think throwing on that floor is going to be useful. One more turn! I mean, big Moonbeam deals with this line. Take out the big Slayer, then Spell, you go forward. Avenger returns back to the front. And then I can Moonbeam for just additional health. That'll keep the Beacon's Light in hand for next turn. Ideally, I draw the other Beacon's Light as well. We're in full moon. That's huge. We've also won the game. That's huge, too. I say won this fight, not the game, necessarily. And there's even a Daze on the Terrifying Amalgam in the midline, so it's not going to deal direct damage to us. Ridiculous. I feel like this run was so close at so many points, even in that very final fight. We did leak 25 damage. Actually, we healed a fair wallop of damage, so we took more than that. I do suspect we'll have an easier time. Wow, both toes. That's difficult. I don't know what to do with that. I don't think I do anything with that. Like... I think what I might be supposed to do is just 3 melee weakness to top line. There's the Death Dancer that would have loved to be down there. Oh, whatever. Whatever, it's okay actually. It's fine by me. Moonrise gets us the easiest bottom line clear we've ever had. I do want to throw Bloody Moon at something. I'll lose some Valor for having done so, but it gives me enough energy to still play out Death's Dancer, fully acknowledging that it's going to die, but it's fine. That's ideal. Alright, it is long since time that I should have some way of healing my Avenger in the front line. Oh boy, we still don't. Yikes. Well, that's very awkward. Moonbeam's not going to do that. I guess I can fly you back. I'm going to hit Beacon's Light for... I feel like I should probably hit it for 2 turns. Chosen Assassins on the next line are going to be really tough as well. Yeah, we've got a way to deal with the Chosen Assassins, so I'm less concerned now. Punk Shredder, you just need to be kept safe as you possibly can so that I can try and get you down to the bottom line at some point. That would be nice. I mean, Fell, you use your ability, 60 Valor to everyone this turn. 60 armor to everyone this turn, rather. Not really sure who'd care to have a Wind Blade on them. Oh, sick. Stardust Invocation gets another Beacon's Light. I'll play the Ephemeral copy. There we go, the Phase Blessings are finally here. Unfortunately, I do have to weaken a lot of my units. I can't afford to take the damage from those at the moment, especially considering I know that as Savagery ascends, I'm going to be taking 5 damage a lot. Okay, there's the Trample. Trample is now solved. Another Beacon's Light. Love it. I'll hit a Beacon's Light this turn, just so that Savagery doesn't deal 5 directly to me. We're already in full moon, so I'm not going to use Moonrise at all. Big Moonbeam seems nice, but so does Big Wings Radiance. Alright, let's give 98 Valor to everyone from Bell. Yes, the bottom line's not going to fall apart. It's going to take us another 3 to take down Savagery, which means I probably shouldn't be targeting Dominion primarily. Because it's still going to take about the same time. For that reasoning, I'm just going to throw the Big Moonbeam. Just get important Phase Blessings out. Gosh. Yeah, it's going to be finishing off Savagery and pushing through to Entropy on the same turn, I suspect. Almost, Bloody Moon. Almost. No, none of these are going to allow me to take out that Chosen Herald, unfortunately. Melee weakness enough, so Dominion's now dead. Savagery will be dead next turn. It did silence the sweep off. Interesting. Not how I thought that one was going to go. Okay, it appears we are still missing some damage on Entropy. They need some turns of being able to straight... Oh, never mind. I was about to say, some turns of being able to straight up just hit Entropy, but we then immediately got given that. Oh, beautiful. Beacon's Light. Honestly, just having 2 copies of this deck in the deck that are cost reduced and having a relatively thin deck, huge. Legitimately carried us. I mean, of course, sweep quick unit, but it wasn't even consistently sweeping. You know, this is the first run in a very long time that I've been able to claim, woohoo, we gilded 2 cards! And Beacon's Light looks a hell of a lot better gilded. That is the final colorless card, as well as the final banished card, leaving us with only 4 cards remaining to gild until all of them have been hit appropriately. At which point, what's that unlock? Mastering all the cards? Is that one of these? No. It's literally just an achievement. And of course, the visual upgrade of seeing all of the cards that are gilded. Until we can get those next ones, though, my name has been Rhapsody. The name of the game has been Monster Train 2. Top left is the series playlist for all of my content on the game, past, present, and future YouTube recommendations are down below. Streaming past are the names of the people so generously supporting the Republic on patreon.com/RhapsodyPlays. And above the thank and a special thanks this episode to Eloise. So hopefully you'll have been enjoying yourselves, and hopefully we'll see you all next time.